Hello, I'm David Katzmeyer from CNET, and this is the Sony XBR HX950. This is a 55-inch LED-based LCD TV. There's also a 65-inch member of the series. This is Sony's most expensive flagship TV for 2012. All the bells and whistles. We'll get into that in a little bit, but let's take a look at the styling of this TV. I really like the external design of this Sony. It's a beautiful look. Sony calls it a monolithic display, like a lot of the other previous high-end Sony TVs. This one's a little bit different with the stand. It actually has this sort of circular stand on the bottom here. You can see it's chrome-plated, kind of encircles the platform that it's on, and it really makes a nice accent to the TV itself, which seems to float above the stand. Of course, like the other monolithic sets, it also has a black bezel, looks like a black slab when turned completely off, and one pane of glass along the front completes the really nice design. Sony's remote, on the other hand, isn't quite as nice as on previous years. It looks a little bit cheap for such a high-end TV, but of course we expected to replace it with a universal clicker. Sony's feature set doesn't include the gesture recognition or fancy remotes found on other high-end TVs, but it does have plenty of smart TV content. The built-in Wi-Fi can access a whole bunch of different content suppliers, including Netflix, Amazon Instant, and a host of smaller niche services. They're a little bit more difficult to get to. Sony did layer all that content among 3 different menus, so it can be a little bit difficult to navigate, but all told, there's plenty of content there once you can find it. Sony's picture settings aren't quite as advanced as some of the other high-end TVs out there, but it does include a whole host of picture presets. Of course, adjusting between them can be a little bit confusing, but at least you can make those adjustments and not have to worry about dialing in a whole bunch of different picture settings. The default picture settings on this TV are also quite accurate. Of course, the standout feature on this high-end TV is its backlight. This TV has an LED full-array backlight, which means that unlike most of the edge-lit TVs you'll find, those LEDs are arranged behind the panel. That backlight can also be dimmed in individual sections of the screen, which can really improve black level performance. And all, the HX950 produces some of the deepest blacks we've ever seen, and the best we've seen this year from any LED or plasma TV. The set's blacks are inky, especially when you turn out the lights and watch a dark scene. It really does pop. Plenty of contrast on this TV. The downside of the local dimming, though, is that you do get a little bit of blooming artifacts. If you have like a lighter image on the screen in a dark background, you might see a little cloud there. Of course, that is a little bit subtle compared to a lot of the other artifacts we've seen, and we'll take it any day for the improved black levels. The set also has excellent color and very good video processing. On the downside, it doesn't really maintain its image from off angle as well as we'd like to see, especially for a TV that gets this dark. All told, however, the 2D picture quality in this Sony is excellent and still among the best we've ever seen from an LED TV. In terms of 3D performance, the HX950 suffers from a lack of 3D glasses included in the box. There's also a couple of artifacts, including the intolerance to head tilt and a little bit of flicker that we noticed. So all told, 3D is a lot more disappointing than 2D. And this Sony's backside is as packed as you'd expect from a flagship TV. There's 4 HDMI inputs, a component video input, a PC input, and 2 USB ports for photos, video, and music. That's a quick look at Sony's XBR HX950, its highest-end TV for 2012. I'm David Katzmeyer for CNET.